babysitter, what was your okay? That's the last time I babysit for this family moment. I agreed to watch 2 kids for my neighbor Stephanie. She'd moved in about 6 months ago and seemed nice enough. $5 an hour to watch them for a few hours on Saturday while she ran errands. Easy money for a college student. She gives me the rundown at the door. 7-year-old Jonah and 5-year-old Bella. Snacks in the pantry. Bedtime at 8 if she's not back. Emergency numbers on the fridge. The kids wave goodbye and we start playing with Legos in the living room. Normal babysitting gig. About an hour in, I hear crying from upstairs. Soft at first, then louder. I ask Jonah and Bella if they hear it too. They look at each other with this weird expression I couldn't read. Jonah just shrugs and goes back to his Legos like nothing's happening. I head upstairs, following the sound to a bedroom at the end of the hall. The door has one of those hook and eye latches on the outside, the kind you use for a screen door, and it's latched shut. The crying is coming from inside. I unlatch it and open the door. A little girl, maybe 3 years old, is sitting on a bare mattress on the floor. No blanket, no pillow, no toys, just a mattress in an otherwise empty room. She sees me and runs over sobbing, wrapping her arms around my legs. I bring her downstairs with me and ask Jonah and Bella who this is. That's Daisy, Bella says casually, not even looking up from the TV I'd turned on. I ask why she was locked in that room. Jonah gets this uncomfortable look and says, Mommy says Daisy has to stay in timeout when strangers are here because she doesn't behave good. I ask how long she'd been in there. Bella answers without hesitation. Since breakfast. It was 2 p.m. This child had been locked in a room for at least 6 hours. I immediately pull out my phone and call Stephanie. Straight to voicemail. I text her, found Daisy upstairs. She was locked in a room. Call me now. I'm pacing around trying to figure out what to do. No response. Daisy is clinging to me like her life depends on it. I take all 3 kids to the kitchen and make them lunch. Sandwiches, apple slices, juice boxes. Daisy ate like she was starving. She finished her sandwich in about 30 seconds and looked at me with these huge eyes like she was afraid to ask for more. The other 2 kids kept glancing at each other. Finally, Jonah says, Daisy's not supposed to eat yet. She only gets dinner. My stomach dropped. I asked what he meant. He explained that Daisy gets breakfast and dinner. That's it. Because she's bad, he adds, like he's repeating something he's heard 1,000 times. I gave Daisy another sandwich. Then I called Stephanie again and again. Every call went to voicemail. I texted her multiple times. Nothing. 3 hours pass, then 4. The kids are getting tired. I'm furious now. At 6 p.m., I feed the kids dinner. At 7 p.m., I give them baths. Daisy is terrified of the bathroom for some reason and starts crying when I try to wash her hair. I'm as gentle as possible and she eventually calms down. I put all 3 kids in pajamas. Daisy's room is the one with the latch. It has nothing in it except that bare mattress and some clothes in the closet. No books, no stuffed animals, nothing. Just a prison cell for a toddler. By 8 p.m., I'm considering calling the police. Then Stephanie finally answers my 10th call. I can hear music and laughter in the background. She's clearly drunk. Oh my god, I completely forgot to mention Daisy, she says, laughing. Sorry about that. Don't worry though, she knows the rules. I'm gripping my phone so hard I thought I might crack the screen. I ask her what the hell she means by rules. She sighs like I'm being difficult. Daisy's learning consequences. She stays in her room during the day. It's just how we're handling her discipline issues. I tell her that locking a 3-year-old in a room for 8+ hours isn't discipline, it's abuse. She needs to come home right now or I'm calling the police. The laughing stops. Her voice goes cold. You'll do no such thing. I'll be home when I'm ready. I tell her she has exactly 20 minutes or I'm making that call. Then I hang up. She showed up in 15 minutes, stumbling up the driveway, clearly furious. She bursts through the door and immediately starts screaming at me. How dare I threaten her? How dare I let Daisy out of her room? How dare I feed her when she knows Daisy doesn't get lunch? I just stare at her. The kids are all asleep upstairs, thankfully. I tell her calmly that what she's doing to Daisy is child abuse. She gets right in my face. You don't have kids. You don't get to judge how I raise mine. Then she pulls out her wallet and hands me a $20 bill. $20 for 9 hours of work. I actually laughed. Keep it, I say, walking toward the door. You're going to need it for the CPS investigation. Her face went completely white. What did you do? I pull my phone out and show her the call log. Right there at the top. Children's Protective Services, 7:45 p.m., 23 minutes. I'd called them an hour ago and explained everything. The locked door, the missed meals, all of it. They said they'd send someone Monday morning. She started screaming that I'd ruined her life. I just walked past her to my car and drove home.